Hey everyone, it is September 5th, Labor Day. Today is Labor Day. I've been working here, working around the house, and it's been raining for the most part, so I haven't been doing all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I figured I'd do this is just going to be a general property update. I did one for the Starlink that's up. If you want to go take a look, it's on my YouTube channel. You can go take a look at that. But this is just going to be general, kind of just a general update. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna come up here. By the way, if anybody remembers, if they've been watching my videos for a while, so this is that spreading grass, and I keep forgetting to mention this, and these two were completely separated when I started doing these videos. Now you can see it's grown in mostly together, and it'll fill in very thick in between, you know, this patch and this patch right there. So it'll start looking pretty good. I mean, it already looks really nice. There's a few light spots in between it, but it fills in really quickly. So, and this is, I started growing vegetables here just in pots. I wanted to see if it could be done or not. These Roma tomatoes, they never came up when I'm planting directly. I'm gonna have to start those in a water tray. There's a whole bunch of seedless watermelon. A couple of them did germinate, they did pop up, and they did promptly die. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to grow seedless watermelons there. That carrot's looking nice and big. And then this cucumber is looking nice and big. Now I've already picked several cucumbers off of it. And there's one, and I like this method actually, just growing up a trellis and just letting them hang. I actually like that really nicely because they end up being very, very uniform. And I thought there's another one in here. Yeah, there he is, another one down there. Tomato plants, they got bent over because it was raining last night, but they're doing pretty nice. These are nothing special about, these are just regular, I don't know what type they are of tomatoes, but there's nothing special about them. Some corn at different stages. This is the triple sweet. Now I have full-size sweet corn here, and you can see I have one ear. Do I have two? Yeah, and then the second ear is coming on there. So 2 ears on that one, and then one. Do I just have it? Yeah, no. 2 ears on this one, and these are a little bit younger. And something is eating the heck out of these plants. I can never find out what it is, but they're eating the heck out of this corn. You can see it here, and I just have no clue what it is. I can't catch them, so I don't know what it is. And these are our green beans here. These grow up, and you can see those plants ended up growing up, and now they're tied together because these bamboo sticks, these are actually pole beans, they're not bush beans, so these are intended to grow up like this. And oh my goodness, look at this. This last one just popped up. I planted 5 in here, and that one just now popped up. These things have been planted for weeks, or actually like a month and a half, I think. And we have the clementine trees here, still doing really nice. Coming over here, got some new growth. All this is new growth coming out of the top of it. This is a little bit of new growth over here. This right here is new growth, and all of this up here is new growth. And you can see these guys right here, that's new. That's new. So these guys, these clementines, they're coming right along. And still haven't killed the yard back there. And by the way, if anybody watched my video killing the Royal Empress trees, I drilled into the Royal Empress trees and put some glyphosate in them. And this is 2 weeks. They are dead. I mean, they're not dead all the way, but all the leaves are dead. And so I'm going to start probably next weekend, or maybe the weekend after, is when I'm going to start dropping them. And we're going to start dropping them out just into that area right there. But yeah, no, that worked really nice, killing those things, because they're not good for anything. And out here again, this grass is growing in more and more. If you look at watch some of my earlier videos, you can see what it looked like even a month ago, which was a lot thinner than it is right now. And it's coming, and you can come right up here and see all the runners growing on the ground. They're actively working, trying to fill it in just like it's supposed to. Just takes a little bit of time. And pretty much all of the crabgrass is dead now too, that I killed a while ago. And again, all these right at the edge, they're starting to spread in here. There's a big washout right here that I'm walking through. It washed out all the seeds, so that's not great, you know, when I planted it. So it's less than stellar. And we're just walking up here. And we're gonna see the blackberries have put on all kinds of growth since the last time, just in the last 2 weeks. So they're all growing across, you know, starting here. They're coming out there, and those are active plants in there. All the leaves have finally fallen out at the beginning of the vines. But anyway, they all grow across, or growing across. And some of them have gotten so long, I had to wrap them around, and now I have another layer coming around the top. And so this is going to be nice, I figure, because I'll be able to easily harvest these, and then I can come up here and then easily harvest these because they'll be running, so I'll have 2 different tiers of them. So that should be nice. Blueberries getting bigger. I mean, these things are waist high now, which is just amazing considering when I bought them. And these things are all growing. These are actually a little bit more than waist high, so these blueberry bushes are doing really nice. And my kiwi, he's finally latched onto this wire, and he's starting to run down here. And then I figure once he gets down there, he's going to start going up. And this one right here is starting to do a little bit of good here, but all of those made it. And then we have, this guy fell over. And then we have this guy. He's not dead yet, and it keeps putting on new leaves low, so I don't know if it's going to die. You can see this one right here, he died right back there, but it's a kicking, it's alive and kicking, but it's just barely kicking. So, but either way, this one's doing really good. He's just thriving really nice. That works really well. And what I've been working on today, and I'm just going to give you kind of a rough show, is working on bookshelves for JJ, because to cover up the batteries for the solar system in her room. And without going, Sapphire, what are you doing? What you doing? You look guilty. So we've just been working out here on the pergola. It's Mark, my father-in-law, and I. We've been working out building those. All right, we're gonna keep walking around here, just doing a little perimeter. And we had the same thing, and this just got mowed yesterday. And if you notice, right here, there was a big void when I planted the grass this year. And there's some mushrooms growing up in there, but it's almost, like I said, it's almost fully grown in. I think it'll make it this year. Just got to get those stupid mushrooms out of there. Once the grass grows over the top, it should strangle them out pretty well. And you can see all the leaves here. And the reason for all the leaves is this is another one that I completely killed. I drilled into the trunk all the way around, about 2 to 3 inches deep, put 41% glyphosate. And these leaves were mostly dead after 4 days. Like, it worked exceptionally quick. And by the way, it starts killing from the top down. I figured it would start from the bottom up, but it doesn't. It started killing all the stuff at the top. And after 1 week, everything was withered. And now all the leaves are dead. They're just, like I said, they're just coming off whenever there's a little bit of rain or wind or anything like that. So pretty soon, these guys are going to come down. We're going to fell this tree, and after we fell that tree, I'm going to use some, and this is all going to be videos, we're going to use some snatch blocks and a winch, you know, pulleys basically, and we're going to pull those stumps out of the ground with a tractor and a winch. Winch. We're not in Middle Ages. So, and then those Bradford pears right there. Their days are numbered. Might be a while, but their days are numbered. And we're coming over here. Still, again, no gate yet, but we knew it would be a while. And then this is where, this is the last bit that I planted. It keeps growing in thicker and thicker. We killed a lot of the, what was it, the crabgrass. There was some spurge in there, just a little bit of clover, not much. But this was, you know, thick with it right in here. And there's a few pieces that didn't quite die, like right there, but the crabgrass is pretty much all dead in there. And what hasn't died is definitely on its way out. And so this didn't have a full chance to grow in together this year, but it will next year. Like, this is more than resilient enough to make it through the year. And so you can see here, like it's obviously it's going to be able to grow in very nicely starting next year. It's not doing too bad right now. I just didn't plant it soon enough. Plus, with the location here, this area only gets sun for, you know, 3-4 hours a day, not very often, or not very much. Going right around there. And what my father-in-law did, I wanted to get, because I'm going to end up replanting this in ryegrass. It's a perennial, it's a special type of perennial ryegrass. It's very good for, has a very good salt tolerance. And the reason why that is because this is the dog run, and it does very well with being used as a bathroom area for dogs. It doesn't get affected too much by it, and it spreads very, very quickly. So if that one does kill any of the grass, then it should regenerate itself pretty quickly. But we had these Rosa Sharon here. There was a row of them all the way through there, and he dug them all out by hand and then raked everything up. And I have the grass seed, but we just got too much rain. As you can see, it's standing water in there. So I'm glad I didn't plant it. I saw how much water was coming in or how much rain was coming in. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll wait on that one. So I waited on it, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise I would have been kicking myself for putting seed down when it looked like that. Yeah, and then we're right back to where I started, all the way around there. All the way back around to the side. So that was the general property update. Like I said, September 5th. Can you see the Starlink satellite? Yeah, you can see it right there in the middle. And all the solar panels there. But yeah, and he's doing really nice. I was able to get him aimed right through that little opening, right through, right between the trees there, right through there. And there was like one spot that said it was okay to put that thing when I was using the app. And so I finally found the spot, and that's where it's at. A very, very narrow area, but it works. All right, well, that's my update. It's been a minute before I did some of those things. Like, I know that a lot of the vegetables that have grown in pots. By the way, corn does grow very well in pots. I'm getting 2 ears per stalk, which is pretty good. Although the pollination this year is going to be pretty bad, because normally you have a whole bunch of them, and so when I'm just growing 2 in plants, I'm going to try to hand pollinate them. But only growing 2 at a time isn't very good. So, but I'm gonna have to get good at hand pollinating them, because once I'm growing them in the shed out there with artificial lights and all that good stuff, I'm gonna have to pollinate them by hand. There's no other option there. So, I mean, to grow them during the winter anyway. So I'm gonna leave the video off here. Hope everybody has a good short week, and we'll see you next time.